The Taxi Driver's Secret. Welcome to Deep Dive Diaries, where real stories remind us that greatness often hides in ordinary lives. Today's story is about humility, destiny, and the stranger who turned out to be a teacher. Late one night in Karachi, a young corporate executive named Hamza booked a taxi after losing his job. Rain poured heavily. His shirt was wet, his heart heavier. The old taxi driver, gray-haired but bright-eyed, asked gently, "Rough day, son?" Hamza sighed. "Lost my job. 5 years of work, gone in a single email." The driver nodded quietly and said, "Maybe life just gave you a blank page to write something better." Hamza gave a weak smile. "Easy for you to say, uncle." During the ride, the driver started sharing little stories about people he'd met, the kindness he'd seen, and lessons life had taught him. He said, "You know, I once drove a man who cried all the way to the airport. He'd lost everything, but when he came back years later, he owned half the city." Pain doesn't end your story, it edits it. Hamza was silent. The man's words strangely comforted him. As they stopped at Hamza's apartment, Hamza realized he'd forgotten his wallet at the office. Embarrassed, he said, "Uncle, I'm sorry, I can't pay tonight." The old man smiled. "Son, you've already paid." He listened, and he drove away. The next morning, Hamza went looking for the driver. He asked other cabbies, checked the taxi stand. No one had heard of a man matching that description. They spaced. Bus. They spaced, but those words echoed in his mind, a blank page to write something better. So, instead of job hunting, he started something small, an online delivery startup. It struggled at first, but within 2 years, it grew beyond his dreams. Hamza became a successful entrepreneur. One day, during a charity event, Hamza was invited to donate to a foundation that supported retired taxi drivers. He saw a picture on the banner. It was the same old man. He froze. He asked the organizer, "Who's this?" The woman replied, "He was Ustad Karim, a retired professor who lost his family in an accident." After that, he became a taxi driver. He used his earnings to fund education for poor kids. He passed away 3 years ago. Hamza stood speechless. He realized the night he met the man, Karim had already been gone for years. That day, Hamza donated his entire first-year profit to the foundation and renamed his company Karim Esrai. He often told young entrepreneurs, "Sometimes angels don't have wings. They drive taxis." Friends, you never know whose words will save you or when life will send its teachers disguised as strangers. Every encounter matters. Every voice has purpose. And sometimes, the smallest kindness can redirect an entire destiny. Thank you for watching Deep Dive Diaries. If this story touched your heart, share it, because someone out there might need a stranger's wisdom today.